What's up, gamers? How you doing? It's John. In this video, I'm going to review the Game Boy phone case. Technically, it's not a Game Boy, and technically it does not play Game Boy games. But what it is, it plays NES games. There's 36 games specifically that play on this phone case and doubles up as a phone case, which is pretty cool. I have an iPhone 11. There's different versions. If you have an Android phone, it works. There's different models for that as well. I got this on Amazon, only paid $20 US for it, and I've had this for a couple weeks now, and I kind of wanted to wait to do a review on it, kind of test, see how it works and how sturdy it is. I have accidentally dropped my phone, and I'll sadly admit it, and it's protected pretty well. So I guess for what it is, the main thing is to protect the phone. It certainly does that. It's pretty hard to put on. It's pretty tight, which is good, better than being too loose, I suppose. And some of the games are decent. Right here, we have Super Mario Brothers, but there are some flaws with this device as well. So let's take a closer look at it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Thanks for subscribing, and let's take a closer look. So here's my phone. I've had it for a couple of years now. It's an iPhone 11. Really enjoy the battery life. Lasts really good. Really happy with it overall. On the back, here's what the phone case looks like. And to turn on, you hold down the on button for a couple of seconds. I have noticed it has gone off in my pocket unintentionally, so that hasn't been an issue. Or I've been on, or the phone will ring, I'll pick it up and notice this thing's on. I'll hear the background music, have to turn it off. It doesn't turn on as often as you would think, but it does happen. Just want to give you a heads up on that. You have a reset button here on and off. I can do English, or I guess Mandarin. This thing is made in China. And the 36 games are all NES games, as mentioned before. You have a start button here. You also have a sound. So let's see, you mute it. And you have like a medium volume, and you have a max volume. So that's kind of the max volume. It's not very loud. You have Super Contra, Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, which is actually Tetris, which is technically it's the Atari version Tetris, not the Nintendo Tetris. Boom Man, which is Bomberman, Galaga, Excite Bike, Donkey Kong, Balloon Fight Classic, Spartan X, Android, or I'm sorry, Arkanoid, 5 Chess, Mahjong, hard pass on that, although I'm sure there's people in China enjoy that. Ice Climber, Pac-Man, the original Mario Brothers arcade, tennis, F1 Race, Battle City, Puyon, Circus, which is actually a really fun game. Probably one of my favorites on here, honestly. Circus, let's see, Pinball, Soccer, Load Runner, Nuts, Milk. I think it's Milk and Nuts. But anyway, Olympic, 1942, Macross, Star Force, Bomb Jack, which is Bomber Jack, Sky Destroyer, Badminton, Road Fighter, Chinese Chess, another chess, Urban Champion, Mappy, and Penguin at Kun Wars, right? And then if I have to go back here, it doesn't scroll through it, unfortunately. But let's take a look at Mario Brothers. Now, the first thing you'll notice also is these buttons are backwards. A and B are flipped. And unfortunately, that's the case with the mapping. So this game is really hard to play with the buttons reversed. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but it's very, very frustrating. So we'll hit A to start. This is not Super Mario Brothers. This is Mario Brothers, I guess, arcade. Okay, we hit start. And that's the loudest it gets. Yeah, it doesn't get very loud. You also notice a reset button came out in my pocket once, so it's kind of cheap, but for only 20 bucks, I really can't complain too much about it, to be honest. Here's Super Mario Brothers. It's probably really hard to hear, but I do notice that the sound is slightly off, the emulation's off. Like the buttons, or the jump button's off, and again, being reverse, it makes it really hard to play. Okay, we'll go ahead and reset. Tetris. And this is the Atari version of Tetris. Fun, still Tetris though. Classic game. Okay. Games really load really fast, which is always appreciated. Boom Man, Bomberman. I'm sure they do that for copyright reasons, right? But, you know, if you have an Android, you can emulate games on Android fairly easy. There's programs on there that could do it. And you're probably better off doing that, honestly. Now, obviously, on iPhone, harder to emulate games. There's really no programs that I'm aware of anyway on iPhone, on the iOS system. So that's why I got this. It's kind of a conversation starter when you're at a restaurant and people see you playing this, right? We'll go and reset. Donkey Kong balloon fight. I'm going to show you a game here. It's one of my favorites. This is Circus. Now, as growing up as a kid, my mom went to China and got one of those, I think it was like 76 games in one or 176 games in one for the Famicom, and I had an adapter for the NES. And a lot of these games are on this, or actually on there as well. And this Circus is a Famicom game. It's a lot of fun. Let's go start. There's different modes, but I really enjoy this game a lot. Here's the first part of it. You gotta jump through these fire rings. And it gets more difficult. There's like 4 or 5 different stages. There's one where you're walking across a tightrope and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Really enjoy it. Probably one of the better games on here, to be honest, other than Super Mario Brothers, of course, being classic. F1 race. So things I like about this thing, I mean, it's cool. I mean, the battery life actually lasts pretty long. I've not charged this. It has a separate, let me pause it. There's a separate adapter here. This is it's a micro USB that you charge it. And I've had it for a couple weeks. I've only charged it once. I'd say probably get 10 hours of gameplay on this, to be honest with you. Really impressive. Button D-pad feels okay. I wish the buttons were not reversed. That's a big negative. There's no select button. There's sound and start. There's no select. So that's kind of an issue, but doesn't really apply to most of these games, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's check out 1942. I prefer 1943, but this is a fun one nonetheless. The screen has not been scratched either, considering how many times it's been in my pocket and walk around. So the screen does hold up. It is pretty well built as far as like protecting the actual phone, which is the most important thing. Why you get a phone case in the first place. So it does do its job. And again, for only $20, I can't really complain. Show you one more game. We'll do Excite Bike. Battle City is a really fun one. It's like Tank. It's a really fun game. If you ever played that before. Here's Pac-Man. Let's check out this. Again, this is the Atari Pac-Man, right? Or the Tengen Pac-Man. I keep saying Atari, but it's Tengen, technically. But I have a hard time believing if any of these were actually licensed officially. I doubt it. I like playing Pac-Man sped up. Anyway, guys, you guys get the idea. Let me know what you guys think. Again, they have different models of this for various size phones and models of phones, Android, iPhone, etc. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and game on.